Well, there you have it, folks. That's the end of Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. I just wanted to jump on very, very quickly to do a special broadcast to say thank you so much to my wonderful cast for literally coming on board the way you have and making this tale come to life. So, this is a great opportunity to introduce them to you all. First up, we had Sydney Keane and Christine Hounslow as the Darlings and our two narrators, who were amazing. So thank you very much for that. We also have the wonderful Jimmy Dean, who came on board as our Peter Pan. And I cannot believe we got this guy. He's only done one tale for the channel so far, but I just fell in love with his voice, and he was Peter. So the way that you've played him, sweetheart, thank you so much for that because it was perfect. And you also had Alice J. Crouch, who not only played the wonderful Wendy, but she also took time out of her day to literally create these amazing images that complemented the whole thing. And they were amazing. So thank you so much for that indeed, sweetheart. Amazing. Mwah. We also have to give a big shout out to Phil Humphreys and Jack Chandler, who not only played a wonderful Captain Hook and Smee, and, well, let's just say those two boys, they've got a few feathers in their caps, so to speak, and I don't mean captain's feathers or secrets hidden under their eye patches, because they're also very competent audio editors. So, boys, the way that you stepped up and literally helped me out, especially as I was learning about the whole audio process. Thank you so much, because without you, I couldn't have done it. So, mwah, thank you, boys. Much appreciated as well. I also want to take an opportunity to say a huge thank you to Emma Howarth as well, who took on John and Jane as well. I mean, beautiful, beautiful quality work. Great. We also had Claire Cool, who took on the rather cheeky Michael, and I think she did it rather well, rather cheeky Michael, and she also played a very interesting, serious, slightly from the Lost Boys as well. So can't go wrong with that. So thank you, Claire, for coming on board the way you did there as well. I also want to take an opportunity to say thank you as well to Christine Hepworth James, who took on quite a multitude of roles in this piece. I've actually lost count. So she took on Curly from the Lost Boys, who was so cute. I loved him. She also took on the Neverbird. I'll never forget that bird. If you missed out on the Neverbird, check out Chapter 9 in the Peter Pan playlist. You'll see what I mean. Insane. Brilliant. You also had her playing Tiger Lily for one line. You also had her playing Checo, who was one of the pirate crew as well. And you certainly didn't want to mess with Checo, for certain. Definitely don't want to mess with Checo. An Italian pirate. So there you go. And she played other roles as well. Oh, Twin 2 she also played. And, well, she did a sterling job. So thank you, Christine, for coming on board as well and lending your wonderful comedy skills to it, as well as your improvisation skills, which rubbed off on a lot of us. We also had Sophie Methuen Turner. Now, Sophie, oh my word, she was my Tinkerbell. Uh, I'll be honest with you, Tinkerbell I love in Peter Pan. She's one of the fairies who's very much tell it as it is. She's honest. And at the same time, she knows what she wants and she's going to get it. And she speaks her mind. But I tell you, Sophie Methuen Turner, for a character like that, you need a certain personality, and she fitted it so well. She made her come to life, as well as making Nibs, one of the Lost Boys, come to life, and she also played a few pirates, but her notable one was Bill Jukes. Oh my gosh, I love Bill Jukes. He may not say much, but my gosh, he makes an impact. So do check her out as well. Then, who else did we have? Oh, yes! Who can forget Andrea Rose? Now, Andrea Rose, I have to say, she did an amazing job as well. She not only took on Tootles, who I thought was so cute. I like Toodles. I've got a lot of sympathy for him. I've got a lot of empathy with this guy. So, I wasn't surprised when she agreed to come on board as Toodles because she brought that lovely innocence and vulnerability to the role. It's fantastic. She also took on Gentleman Starkey, and oh my gosh, Gentleman Starkey, that's a tricky role to play, but she did it well. And she also took on Liza as well, who was the Darling's maid. In fact, I think that is everybody. I think that is everybody. And then you got little old me. All I did was really and truly the behind the scenes, make sure everybody was, okay, and making sure everybody was on track, and obviously as well putting the images along with the audio in my editing system, as well as doing the announcements for each episode. So that was the team. So, guys, thank you so much for coming on board the way you did. And, guys, if you want to check any of these guys out, you can find them on their respective social media pages, which I'll put, as we go along. In fact, you can see these guys again. And the reason why you can see these guys again is because we can now reveal the second big group project for Quarantine Kids Storytime. Make sure you tune in next week at 6 o'clock in the evening. There is a reason for this, because not only have the Peter Pan cast and crew agreed to help me with this again, but we're also going to see some of the more regular faces from Quarantine Kids Storytime as well as two newbies who to the channel who have come on board with this, and that is we're going to be doing a group version of Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven. So, all the information about these amazing Peter Pan crew, as well as the other members of the team, will be put all together to create a special piece that is going to bring Edgar Allan Poe's magic text to life. And what I will do is, when that is released, I'm going to put all the information about these wonderful actors into the description box of The Raven, so you can check that out. Okay, so you can check these guys out, and well, you can just see how amazing they are, because even throughout lockdown they've been doing their own thing, and some of them have even been tentatively getting back on stage as well. Sydney Keane and Emma Howarth being two of them as well. And I'm the third one to follow in pursuit in November. But obviously, a lot of what they do is, well, they love the stage. And do you know what? This is the perfect time to say to everybody, families or grown-ups or even young at heart, this is more vital than ever to support theatre right now through these uncertain times. You know, we've all got the virtual online performances. And of course, Peter Pan, I wouldn't change for the world. And certainly Quarantine Kids Storytime, I wouldn't change for the world. But to be serious, guys, theatre has been in trouble since lockdown started. And these wonderful people, not only here, but all over the world, including people like David Suchet, Dame Judi Dench, David Tennant, we're all in the same boat. And this is where entertainment, live theatre, cinema, film, it needs our support more than ever. So if you are able to do so, and you see a wonderful theatre in your area that's got some local actors in there, please go out and support them, because this is where everybody needs the support more than ever. Okay? Even online, for something like this, Please do support them, whether it's for charity or whether it's voluntary or even if it's a small paid fee. Please support entertainment through these times right now. We need it more than ever. So, with this in mind, thank you so much for supporting and listening once again. And please do continue to support the channel. This is Sasha Cooper for Quarantine Kids Storytime and the Peter Pan crew signing off. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and enjoy the tales as they come up. And don't forget, tomorrow, Flintlock Bones makes its debut onto the channel thanks to Scallywag Press. Okay? That is where Peter Pan, Hook, and myself will be teaming up to do those particular chapters. So please do support, and in fact, please do support the rest of the wonderful cast and crew who are on board with this channel as well. Even if it's even if they are tales that are reshared, please support them because they've given their time for free to make sure children are entertained. So all the more reason to show your support. Thank you, everybody, again, and take care. See you soon. Bye bye.